same thing we talked about in class last night about controlling the ring and dimensions of fighting. All right, Gabe, right here. First dimension of fighting. First of all, what are the two primary principles of fighting? Movement and position. Movement and position. Those are the two primary principles of fighting. I don't care what kind of fighting you're doing. If it's boxing or point-style karate, MMA, it doesn't matter. All types of fighting come back to position and movement. Of position and movement, which one's most important? Movement. If you don't have good movement, you can't have good position. Okay? Or good speed. Or a lot of other things that you need that are crucial to fighting. So the first dimension of fighting has to be linear movement. Alright? So if Gabe and I are in a fighting position, if I stay in this lane, if I stay right here, go. I'm a target. I'm just allowing him to hit me. So I've got to move laterally. So when he comes forward, I'm out of the zone. He comes forward, I'm out of the zone. Constantly. Now, the zone has changed. This alley has changed now. So the only way you're going to stay out of that alley is to constantly move. Constantly move. Constantly move. And as I'm constantly moving laterally, I'm never in his alley of attack. So that's dimension number one, lateral movement. Dimension number two, depth. How close am I to my target? Most tournaments set their starting points just like these are right here. That's a 3-foot gap. Most tournaments do that. Back up. A little more. Okay, not quite. There. Some tournaments will set theirs at a 5-foot gap. Okay, especially like your big national tournaments will have a 5-foot gap. And I have even seen them where they're at a 6-foot gap. But for the most part, most tournaments are on a 3-foot gap. Okay? For the average under black belt fighter, this is a good measurement for your red zone. Okay? If I get inside this red zone, I've got to be on the attack, or else I have become a what?
Target.
You are now a target instead of a fighter. In reality, that red zone depends on who you are as a fighter. How tall you are, how quick you are, how long you are. So there's a lot of different factors that come in. My red zone is obviously longer than his red zone. His red zone is obviously longer than your red zone. So there's a lot of factors that come into it. But it represents the maximum length that you can come forward and make contact. Okay? So about 5 feet is my red zone. Back on line. Okay? Can you attack me and hit me from there?
I don't know.
Don't know. So that is probably just outside your red zone. Okay, don't look at my feet. Can you attack and strike me from there?
Probably.
Okay. So now we went from I don't know to probably. So that right there shows you where his red zone is at. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I know, based on his movement, how he positions himself, if I get closer than this, he can attack. So until I get ready to attack, where do I want to be? I want to be outside that red zone. I want to be just outside his reach. Okay? Now, back up a little bit. Okay? So if this is the maximum he's got, and I get back here, he can't attack me from there. You can't hit me from there, can you? No. Okay? This is your safe zone. This is the farthest part is your safe. You don't have to worry about an attack. Here's the counterpoint to that. Can I attack from here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have time to react?
Yes, sir.
It is not smart to attack this far back. Okay? If I'm this far back and I attack, that gives him time to adjust. That's why you see those little micro movements, what we call micro movements. They're doing that bounce. And they're either doing their feet this way, or they're coming in and out, or they're moving back and forth. Whatever you do, that's your movement. You're disguising how far you're getting in and out. Okay, you want to be able to get right here without him being able to attack. Okay, so that's the second dimension of fighting. First dimension, lateral movement. Second dimension is depth. Okay, you need to control this. You want to control how far you are. Okay, don't let him control it. Third dimension, levels of attack. Level 1, belt high to about mid-stomach. This is your first level. Everybody should be trying to attack here first. Why?
Put their hands down.
That's an easy target to hit. Okay? Snap side kick, snap front kick, reverse punch. That's an easy area to hit. Okay, you don't have to pick your leg up real high. It's just easy to do. Okay, second level, chest. So you got level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, you want to go back and forth between those 3 levels. So that's dimension number 3, levels of attack. Okay, dimension 1, lateral movement. Dimension 2, depth. Dimension 3, levels of attack. What's the fourth one? I said this last night. What?
Movement.
Speed.
Oh.
Speed. You've got to work those techniques, work them until you can fire them out there quick. Once you can control all 4 dimensions of fighting, lateral movement, depth control, level of attack, and speed, then you're going to be on top of your game. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.